Mind your own business. It's usually a derogatory statement said by someone that don't want you to get involved. It's usually something negative or wrong that they're doing. Why don't you mind your own business? But I'm twisting it today to say that we have to mind and be concerned and think about our business, our business of creating wealth, our business of buying assets, our business of working towards financial independence, our business of teaching our children so we can break the cycle of generational poverty. We're continuing today in our series of Black Wealth. This came to my mind because oftentimes in our culture, we have been raised with the mindset that we are going to go to school, study hard, get a job, and really make somebody else wealthy. That's really what it comes down to. Who are you going to work for? Who are you going to give your talents, your effort to, and make them rich? I love the commercial. There's a commercial out there that says, the harder you work, the better vacation your boss takes. Funny, but it's true, right? How many of us have the mentality that my job is a tool that I use? It's not an end in itself, but my job is a tool that I use to get to achieve the goals that I have. The goal that I have is not just stuff, but eventually to be able to buy my time back. Eventually to be able to buy enough assets that spin off income to make my job optional. We're not raised that way. You're raised to work your entire life. Some say 65, some say, I may have to work till I'm 80. That's how we were raised, right? Work is not just something we do for income. Oftentimes it's become who we are, very personality. Without your job, who are you? And we don't think that there is another way. There is another way. And that's why you're watching the MD Investor. And I believe a part of it is just the general culture of capitalism. We need more workers to work to create value and all this stuff. But I believe for us specifically, a lot of it is our slave mentality. And let me explain. The slaves work hard. They really got nothing out of it. All of the benefit went to the slave master and their family. They got bigger house and nice dresses from Europe and nice carriages, and they were able to travel because of the effort that you were doing from your free labor. We have that mentality that our sole purpose is to give all our effort to our job for the majority of our life, and we get a little small trinket, but nothing in relation to the time and effort and value that we're giving. We don't get that equivalent return. Yeah, you may get a couple of nickels here and there. It's not enough because you're going to pay your bills and you're going to be broke and be back here. But I believe we have to institute in ourselves that I have my own goal, right? Yes, I'm an employee in company ABC, but I have my own goals. I have my own desires. I have my own path that I'm traveling. I work here. I do the best I can. I take the income from this job. I take the income from this job. I buy assets first. I pay myself first. I buy assets first. And then I live below my means. Then I pay my necessary bills, my home, my food, my transportation. If you do it the other way and pay all your bills first, what you're going to realize that there's not going to be anything left over. but we're always gonna have lifestyle creep. You get a raise, you get better car, better house, and then there's not gonna be anything left. And 20 years are gonna go by, and you're gonna realize why am I still working as hard as I did, because you never had a plan to not work, right? A lot of us don't have a plan to not work, except for the 2 weeks vacation you get. You have no plan to not work or not be forced to work. When you have your passion and you're doing what you've been put here to do, that doesn't feel like work. That's more like that's your passion, right? You get that emotional energy charged up from that. So that mentality of working for your company, for your corporation, for your employer, and you don't have your own plan, that is a terrible, terrible way to live. But a lot of us do it. I did it. All I did was, went to the hospital, I worked, I got paid. I looked on the calendar. Okay, this month I have 12 shifts. Next month I need two more shifts. I need 50. And if I wanted more money, I had to work more. That is a terrible way to live, and we do it because everybody else around us is doing it, and then we teach that to our children. That is horrible. So we need to tell them what we need to do is get off the plantation mentality. I'm working here. I'm taking the income. I am buying assets, and these assets are spinning off passive income that I don't have to work for. I need to build up this passive income so when it can cover my necessary living expenses, now I am financially independent. I have income coming in separate from my job. It's a simple statement, but it is a life-changing mentality to have. That's a simple statement. Live below my means. Take the cash flow, buy assets that pay me passive income, and rinse and repeat. You keep doing that until my passive income exceeds what I need to live. And then you're financially independent. Nobody says you have to quit your job, but you now have the option. You see, wake it up. That's why people say TGIF, because they finally get 2 days that they don't have to work. But when Monday morning comes, got to go to work, whether you like it or not, because they have no option. Now, work becomes a little less stressful because I know that I got money coming in passively that I'm not working for. And now you can decide whether you want to put up with certain stresses at the job. And let's be honest, black people got to put up with them stuff in the corporate culture. And you do that because, and let's be honest, we have to put up with stuff on the job that we would not put up with outside of work. The microaggression, the attitude, the racism, the prejudice. You got to put up with that because you know that I need my money. People say, I need my check, so I need my check so I couldn't check him. So you got to put up with stuff. Let's be honest. You would not put up with this stuff outside of work. The whole different thing. And I believe that has a lot to do with the stress, the unhealthy, and our poor health. I absolutely believe some of the diabetes, the poor eating, the lack of exercise, the hypertension, the heart disease, the kidney. I think a lot of it has to do with the stress that we take on at work. Absolutely. I believe a lot of it is the stress that we take on at work. The stuff that you should do, you don't do because I'm so stressed out at work and I just want to veg out and play video games and watch TV and eat under the couch and eat potato chips and watch the game. When you should be exercising, you should be eating better, you should be reading to get yourself better. On your day off, you're so crushed, you don't want to do anything for yourself. So it turns out that we work harder for the employer than we do for ourselves. You do more for the employer than for yourself. You give them 40 hours. You don't give yourself 40 hours to self. You don't give yourself 40 hours of self-improvement. When the last time you read a book about personal development? When the last time you watched a podcast or YouTube video about financial improvement? I mean, yes, congratulations to you because now you watching one. But besides you know what I mean? We just don't see it as important because the job is a crutch that says, because I have a check coming in 2 weeks, I do not have to improve myself. Because I have a job, because I have a check coming in 2 weeks, I do not have to work on my passion. Because I have a job, because I have a check coming in 2 weeks, I do not have to improve my skills. And it's a crutch. But the problem with that is that you delay your dreams. You delay your dreams. I believe, I don't know if it's Langston Hughes or somebody wrote a poem about a dream deferred, and eventually it just dies because it was not given the care that it requires. So, in summation, we need to get rid of the slave mentality where our job, we give our best to our job and we get nothing. We give our best to our employers and we get nothing. We don't work on our dreams. We don't work on our desires. We don't work on our passion. We don't improve ourselves. And all of our most productive time is with somebody else. And we have no productive time with us. With us, it's all about, I'm just chilling, I'm just relaxing, I'm just doing this. If your job made you read a book, you would read it. But you don't read a book for yourself. Okay? So we need to get rid of that slave mentality and replace it with a mentality that says, I deserve the best. I deserve the best of me, my best effort. So I'll get up an extra 2 hours early to go to the gym. I deserve the best. Okay? We all exercise when we were in high school, and they made you go to physical education. You would run and do jumping jacks. When the last time you ran or did jumping jacks? Because there's nobody forcing you. Do we need somebody of another? Do we need somebody in charge of our life to tell us to exercise, to eat right, to read, to study? Do we need that? Or can we be self-motivated? So we need to get rid of the slave mentality and replace it with a mentality that says, I deserve the best. So to bring it home, minding your own business, yeah, we need to be about our business. We need to be about our business. This is the MD Investor with another video to increase our financial IQ so we can teach our children and break the cycle of generational poverty. MD Investor out. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube.